Let's get focused, man. We got a fight to worry about here. Good money, good money.
For every boxing story of a blockbuster that's delayed,
I love it, Tank. I love it.
there's also considerable risk built in for champions who turn to other challengers.
Dancing with the stars, baby. Dancing with the stars.
He's in thought right now, and that's what I'm looking at. So right now, I just want to see what he brings to us. We just got off the plane. You know, a lot of work yesterday from the interviews and stuff, so I want to see how he react. 2 sparring partners, and rounds is unknown.
All right, y'all. Let's go.
When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang.
There you go. Good. There you go.
When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understand that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now.
We're now only 4 weeks away from the most talked about boxing fight of the year, Jake Paul versus Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and things inside Tank's camp are starting to feel very serious. The energy is intense, the focus is sharp, and everyone is locked in. The message in the gym is clear: stay active, stay ready, and force the other side to react. For most of Tank's career, his longtime team handled the direction and decisions, but now people around him feel a clear change. Tank is taking full control and guiding everything himself as he prepares for a future only he can face. The word going around is that Davis is fully committed. No jokes, no social media games, and no distractions at all. He is training like this is a real world title fight. And here's where it gets crazy. Reports say Tank is sparring with heavyweights. Yes, real heavyweights, big strong punchers, chosen to push his strength, stamina, and toughness to the limit, because Jake Paul is no longer just an internet name. He has real size, real power, and real belief in himself.
Jump right back in it. That's right. Make them jokers move. Make them jokers move. Oh, I love what I hear. Y'all making them sing.
For most of Davis's celebrated career, Ford and other trusted advisors remained in control. But now, those in camp can sense a shift in command,
Make them jokers move.
as the fighter himself begins to oversee everything, while aiming at the destiny he alone must fulfill.
There you go. I go there. Get up on you.
Team Davis is fully aware of the challenge reports, and leaked clips show Tank pushing himself harder than ever before. He has shifted away from smooth skill work and moved into intense strength and conditioning sessions. Heavy lifting, tough sparring, and constant pressure fill his days. The mission is clear: build a stronger body while keeping his fast, sharp speed intact.
Even his shots upstairs here, that's still a body shot on Jake Paul. Everything's a body shot he's throwing. Even when he's changing the levels of the shot, that's a body shot, that's a body shot.
Team Davis understands the danger they are facing. Reports and leaked videos show Tank training harder than he ever has before. He has moved away from light technical work and fully committed to intense strength and conditioning sessions. His days are filled with heavy lifting, hard sparring, and non-stop effort. The goal is simple: build a tougher body while still keeping his speed fast and sharp.
Headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably 7 inches taller.
Porter openly said his heart felt happy while sparring with him, and when a former world champion says something like that, it tells you Tank is truly different. Porter was not only talking about power, he focused on Tank's mind and his boxing intelligence, which often gets overlooked because he is quiet outside the ring. But once the fight starts, he studies you closely and breaks you down round by round. Porter basically confirmed it: Tank may begin slow, but once he turns it on, the fight is finished.
So you're going to have to be able to land shots right there on the waistline. And it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there.
You could almost hear Porter saying good luck trying to outthink that after his honest ringside moment where a former world champion was smiling while taking punishment from Tank. Wade Plemons stepped in with proof like a technician, breaking it down. Wade points out that very little is coming from Jake's camp, and you can feel how closed off it is, but that one Ray Ford clip stands out. Wade highlights the small coaching instructions: keep the guard high, attack the body, move your head more than the camera. Switches to Tank's bag work, and it tells the story: non-stop body shots, sharp level changes, hooks flowing into uppercuts, all shown clearly in that single clip.
Tank can make him miss, get inside, work the body, make him pay there. Head movement off center, pivot out, be slick, and do it again and again and again. That is when we could see a potential.
I like how Wade moves from watching clips to explaining the plan without making noise. The idea is clear: Tank is practicing how to make a bigger opponent uncomfortable up close. He wants to control the arms, touch the chin, and strike back when Jake leans too much on his right hand. Wade also focuses on foot movement. He points out how Jake spreads his stance and loses balance when he tries to load power. That is the kind of detail Tank's team is surely marking and studying closely, to be honest, and Little funny if you are Jake, and the tape shows you stuck flat on your feet in slow motion. That is not an accident, it is a clear warning telling opponents exactly where to attack.
It wasn't a learning experience, it was just confirmation. Like, I knew Tank was as good as he is and could do everything that he can do. He's strong, super competitive. He loves this sport. And, he has all of the recipes to be.
Wade clearly explains that Tank is aiming for the moment when a bigger puncher reaches too far and pays for it. Clinch over hook uppercut, then explode. He lays out two real outcomes, one where Jake uses his size the right way and applies steady pressure, or the other where Tank times a clean counter, catches him off balance, and turns a knockout into serious money. We lean toward Tank's accuracy and timing over wild strength every time, but Wade stays honest and says either path is possible, and that is why this whole setup gets us excited. It feels like chess with fists, smart, rough, and tense, the kind of fight that reminds everyone why boxing is still worth debating nonstop.
Explosive power. It just goes on and on and on. I saw all that right live in action with him. And the funny thing was, because of our size differential and because I was at the end of my camp, to me, it was just, let me get in here and get these rounds in, but along the way.
And just when it felt like Wade Plemons had the boxing world talking, Lamont Roach Sr. stepped in and added fuel to the fire. He sat down and calmly said that Tank is retired, and they are the reason. He did not just end the story, he tore it apart, and stood by every word he spoke about broken agreements, missed rematch talks, and being left hanging in the middle of camp like a bad breakup. You could feel both the frustration and the quiet confidence in his tone. It carried the energy of someone who knows his fighter's value just rose, while the other side is playing safe and showcase fights the way he said. It was steady and controlled with no need to brag. That is not a bluff, that is a man who truly believes his fighter is now the new threat, and he is openly challenging anyone, even Tank, to step up and prove him wrong.
Paul doing some work with Ray Ford. Ray Ford, an 18-1-1 super featherweight, only lost to Nick Ball, where, there's music playing, so I can't really put it out there, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going over. Jake looks to his team, he's like, maybe I got to get my head off center line more. And then Ray puts like the high guard up, like, hey, when you're here, when you're here.
But let us be honest, when Roach Sr. said the fight was set for June then August, and they found out Tank pulled out the same way everyone else did online, that was crazy. Imagine being deep in sparring, planning a career-defining fight, and then finding out through social media that it is over. Roach handled it with class though, no complaints, no drama, just pure confidence. You can still feel he has something for Tank, but his focus is now fully on Cruz, and not chasing the past. When he said we retired Tank, that line will either look brilliant or look painful depending on what happens in December. Either way, that is how someone talks when they truly believe they are next. He moves like a man already writing his future, while Tank is somewhere reading the old chapter on a break.
Slight of frame, statured individual to begin with. Tank is a very small guy. If you blink, you might think this young man right here is Tank Davis. No, I'm playing. But Tank is, he's smaller, and this is why this fight is an exhibition and why it's a bit of a shot in the dark as to, why you even do something like this. But we all know it's a lot.
And the funniest thing is Roach Sr. did not sound like someone trying to sell a big show. He spoke like a man already done with the noise. You could hear it in his voice, calm, steady, and confident, like someone who survived the politics, the contract tricks, and still walked away smiling. It gave that energy of we do not chase, we move forward, and that deserves respect. He basically said if Tank is finished, that is fine, we will take the lead. That is cold, but said in a clean and respectful way. No insults, no loud talk, just confidence mixed with truth. Roach knows his son's fight with Pitbull Cruz is not just another night, it is a real chance to change how fans view the next wave of fighters, and if they succeed at 140, then that we retired Tank line might not sound like shade anymore, it might sound like something he saw coming all along.
They're anticipating Jake in the clinch, looking to, again, put his body weight on Tank. Bigger man, use his size, lean on you, weigh on you. You see the post in the frame from Tank. Post frame, hold, bang.
Tank looks locked in like a man on a mission, and every move he makes feels sharp and serious. Jake stays quiet and plays the mystery role, while Roach Sr. keeps shaking the room with that we retired Tank energy. You can feel the heat building around the sport right now. Boxing is stepping into that wild phase where every quote, every gym clip, and every rumor turns into fuel for the fight. Fans are watching closely, breaking down everything and choosing sides. This is what makes boxing special. It is pride, timing, pressure, and truth crashing together under bright lights. Jake is trying to prove that size, strength, and belief can stand up to real skill and experience. Tank is here to remind everyone that defense, timing, and fight IQ beat raw muscle. Every time camps are grinding, minds are focused, and nothing feels fake right now. Even the words outside the ring matter, because they shape the moment. Voices like Roach Sr. keep the fire alive when cameras are off, and fights are still weeks away now. It is on you who truly has the edge, skill, or power. Calm or chaos. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And let us talk like family. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Punch User. We will see you next time.
It's the case. We checked him out. And if he retired, you know, wish him the best in his retired life. So I don't think we get it, being realistic. But if we do, we'll